Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Mama Jnana Timirandasya Jnana Anjana Salakaya Chakkura Nimiletan Jena Tasmai Sri Gurave Namaha. Sri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Jana Bhutale Soyam Rupa Kadamaham Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Sri Guru Sri Jutapada Kamalam Sri Gurun Vaishnavanam Cha Nirupam Sagrajatam Saganasi Raghunatham Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Saitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Sri Radha Krishna Padan Sagana Laitam Sri Visakham Vitam Cha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Dina Bandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namastute Tapta Kanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Rishabhanusute Devi Pranamami Hari Priya Vancha Kalpatrivascha Kurpa Sindhuvaivacha Patitanam Pavanabhya Vaishnavya Namo Nama Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prestaya Bhutale Srimati Bhakti Vedanta Swami Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Pasat Desa Tarine Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhara Shri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. So Hare Krishna. So today is very auspicious day, Ekadasi day. So Ekadasi is the mother of devotions. So Ekadasi fasting and Ekadasi Vrata following means, Upavasa means come close to Kṛṣṇa. How can we come close to Kṛṣṇa? That is the injunction of Ekadasi. Ekadasi, more chanting, more hearing. By process of Shravanam Kirtanam, we can come more close to Kṛṣṇa. So therefore, on this very auspicious days, let us gather together, hear and glorify the exemplary devotee of Lord Nrsimhadev, Prahlāda Mahārāja. So Prahlāda Mahārāja, today's topic is the inspiring lessons of Prahlāda Mahārāja. Because the Prahlāda Mahārāja is the epitome, embodiment of devotions. He shines an example model of pure devotion. Constant chanting, unwavering surrendering, humilities, and also by his compassion. So many things, lessons he teaches us by example. He demonstrates by example. Therefore, if we follow the footsteps of Prahlāda Mahārāja sincerely, we can also attract the mercy of Nrsimhadev. And we can make our human life successful by attaining the pure devotions. So therefore, let us hear about the inspiring lesson of Prahlāda Mahārāja. So here it is stated, before we start, it's very important to know that it says that one of the beautiful verses, it is quoted by the Rupa Goswami in his Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu. He says that, I'll show you this, 12.3.15 of Bhagavatam. Yes uttama sloko gunanubhadat sangriyate abhikhyanaha mangalaghina tameva nityam srinivayad abhikhyanam Kṛṣṇe amalam bhaktim avipsmanaha. Very, very beautiful verse. The person who desires pure devotion to the Lord Kṛṣṇa should hear the narration of Lord Uttama Sloka's glorious qualities, the constant chanting of which destroys everything inauspicious. Devotee should engage in such listening regular daily assembly and should also continue his hearing throughout the day. So if anybody wants to attain the pure devotion like Prahlāda Mahārāja, one should hear the glorious qualities of his devotees as well as Kṛṣṇa himself. Our whole idea, the success, the secret of success is following these great devotees. We say that Mahājana Jana Gatasa Pantha. So Prahlāda Mahārāja is considered as 12 authority, 12 Mahājan, who knows the religion, who knows Kṛṣṇa consciousness, who knows the secret of success, who knows the path, progressive path to go back to Godhead. Therefore, it is said that tarka patrishta sutta vibhinna naso rushijasya matam na bhinna dharmasya tattvam nihitam gohyam mahajana jaina gatasa pantha. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu continued the dry argument and inconclusive. A great personality whose opinion does not differ from others is not considered a great sage. Simply by studying Veda, which are variegated, one cannot come to the right path by which religious principles are understood. The solid truth of religious principle is hidden in the heart of unadulterated self-realized person. Consequently, as Shastra confirm, one should accept whatever progressive path the Mahajana advocate. So we cannot understand by ourselves, neither we can understand by argument or by Vedic study. No. Vedesu dullabham adullabham atmabhakto. We cannot. Only way we can understand by accepting the progressive path the Mahajana advocate, the great authority, great professor. Prabhupada said that the great professor of this great authority, the 12 great authority of principle of religion, who knows the principle of religion. It is stated this, one of them is Prahlāda Mahārāja. He says that in these verses, the Swayambhu Narada Sambhu Kumara Kapila Manu Prahlāda Janaka Bhisma Balir Vaisaki Bhayam. So here he says that Prahlāda Janaka Bhisma, Prahlāda Mahārāja. So by following the footstep of Prahlāda Mahārāja, or the progressive path Prahlāda Mahārāja advocate, we can become perfect. We can understand. We can go back to God. So on this note, let us start this inspiring lesson for Prahlāda Mahārāja. So here it is stated that first lesson is constant chanting, Prabhupada is saying. When Prahlāda Mahārāja, despite his torture, despite his so much persecution, despite so much adversity, he never lose the trust of faith in Kṛṣṇa and Kṛṣṇa consciousness. He was always chanting. So many times he was attacked and attempted to be killed. But every time Nrsimhadev did not ask, but his name, which is non-different from him, always protect. Finally, in order to glorify this devotee, in order to keep the promise of devotees, when Prahlāda Mahārāja was asked by his father, demoniac father Hiranyakashipu, where is your God? You are telling your God is everywhere. Is he in the pillar? Prahlāda Mahārāja said, yes, in pillar. To keep the statement of his devotee true, Satyam vidhatum nijavurtya vasitam bhaktischa bhuteshu akhilechu chatmanaha adduschati adbhuta rupamudbahan stambya savayam namurgam manusi. It is stated that to keep the promise of his devotee, he comes out from the pillar. Satyam vidhatum nijavurtya vasitam. To prove that statement of his servant Prahlāda Mahārāja was substantial, in other words, to prove that Supreme Lord is present everywhere, even within the pillar of an assembly hall, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Hari exhibited a wonderful form never before seen. The form was neither that of a man nor that of a lion. Thus Lord appeared in his wonderful form in the assembly hall. So Lord appeared to keep the statement of his devotee true that Lord is everywhere. How merciful, magnanimous Lord. But he was very angry on Hiranyakashipu because he tortured, persecuted the great soul. There's a verse there, I forget. if one is persecuting the great soul, he will be in very dangerous position. Let me see whether the verse is there. I think 10th canto. Yeah. In this verses it is said that Ayur Sriyam Jas Dharman Lokan Asi Seva Hanti Sresmi Sravani Pumma Mahada Atikkannaha. My dear king, when the may persecute a great soul, all his benediction of longevity, beauty, fame, religion, blessings, promotion to higher planet will be destroyed. That is exactly happened. Hiranyakashipu came, he was very angry and he killed at once, despite all kind of blessings, benediction from Brahma, to almost become immortal. Nrsimhadev came and killed him. Name bhakta pratijani konte name bhakta pranasati. In Bhagavad Gita, Lord Kṛṣṇa said to Arjuna, you may declare to the world, my devotee will never perish. And he was very angry because his devotee is persecuted. If somebody blasphemes the Lord, Lord can tolerate. But Hari Pade Aparade Tare Hari Nam. Bhakta Pade Aparade, Vaishnava Pade Aparade, Nahi Tare. Nobody can protect. Even God cannot protect him. In case of Ambrish Maharaj and Durvasa Muni, we can see how Durvasa Muni, Lord said, no, I cannot do anything. My hands are tight. Aham bhakta hi paradhina. I am independent. I am not independent. I am dependent on my devotee. So similarly, Hiranyakashipu tortured Prahlāda Mahārāja, his son. Then Lord came and killed him. And he was very angry. So much angry, furious. Gajantam, gajayantam, nija bhuja patalam. Swatayantam, hatayantam, rupayantam, tapayantam, divividityam, khepantam, khipantam, krandantam, rasayantam, disiditi satatam, samrantam, harantam, vikyantam, punyantam, karanikirsate, divya singam. He was very, very furious. As if this all demigods, Brahma, Lord Shiva, everybody thought that, oh, it's going to be pralaya, desolations. Lord came with such angry, wonderful, exceptionally angry form. All the demigods came, but they were so afraid of the Lord to approach Lord, to appease Lord. And they requested Lakshmi, the consort of the Lord. Lakshmi Devi said, no, I will not approach, because I have never seen such a wonderful form of the Lord. So then Brahmaji requested Prahlāda, please go and appease the Lord. Then Prahlāda Mahārāja very slowly proceed to the Lord. This very nicely it is stated. Slowly proceed to the Lord and trying to pacify him, trying to appease him. Prahlāda Mahārāja fixed his mind, sight upon Nrsimhadev, full attention. So Prahlāda Mahārāja, what happened to Prahlāda Mahārāja? By the touch of Lord Nrsimhadev, hands on Prahlāda Mahārāja, Prahlāda was completely freed from all material contamination and desire, as if he had been thoroughly cleansed. Therefore, he at once became transcendently situated, and all symptoms of ecstasy become manifest in his body. His heart filled with love, his eyes with tears. Thus, he was able to completely capture the lotus feet of the Lord. So, this is the thing that Prabhupada is writing on the strength of this verse. Prabhupada, very nice purport. Prabhupada says, on the strength of this verse from Bhagavad Gita, it is evident that although Prahlāda Mahārāja was born in a demoniac family, although virtually demoniac blood flowed within the body, he was cleansed of all material body of contamination of his exalted portion such as a devotee. So Kṛṣṇa says, Mami Partha Vyapasrita. It's not that anybody came to me. There is no disqualifications. There are no disqualifications. Lord has no distinguished disqualification, anything discrimination. Anybody. Yapi Papa Jona, Striya Vaishyata Sudra Yapi Yanti Parama. So Prahlāda Mahārāja is a great devotee. Why great devotee? How? Because he was always chanting. Always chanting. Prabhupada telling that Prahlāda Mahārāja is always chanting the name of the Lord. He is all constantly chanting the holy name of the Lord despite all the persecution. Therefore, he has drawn the attention and attraction of the mercy of the Lord. So anybody who can execute devotional service with sincerity, then no disqualification. There, although Prahlāda Mahārāja is so humble, he is telling Prahlāda Mahārāja that I am from a demoniac, I am born in a demoniac family. Prahlāda Mahārāja prayed that how is it possible for me, who have been born in family of asuras, to offer suitable prayer to satisfy Supreme Personality of Godhead. Even until now, all the demigods headed by Lord Brahma, all the saintly person could not satisfy the Lord. Streams of excellent word. Although such person are very qualified, being in the mode of goodness, then what is said to be in me, I am not at all qualified. See, Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Devi, they were praying, but Lord was not appeased. Excellent word. They were praying with excellent word, but Nrsimhadev was not pleased, not appeased. But now Brahma is pushing forward, Prahlāda Mahārāja, you go and appease by your prayer. Then he is so humble. He is not thinking that, oh, I am so great. Oh, Brahma, Lord Shiva, Lakshmi Devi, they are nothing before me. I am so great. I am going to appease Lord by praying. No, he is now praying that how the great personalities, they could not appease the Lord with excellent word. How I am born in a demoniac family. I am asura. There are sura and asuras. Asuras are, they are atheist class. Vishnu bhakti bhakta bhavesura tad aparajya asura. Asura means they are not good qualities, the demoniac. So here telling I am from the Asura clan, Asura dynasty, Asura blood is flowing in my body. How can I appease Lord? I am not at all qualified. See, therefore, humility is very important. There is a saying that meek and humble inherits the kingdom of Godhead. Humility impresses the Lord. Prabhupada writing very nicely. A Vaishnava who is fully qualified to serve the Lord still thinks himself extremely low while offering prayer to the Lord. For example, Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita, say, Jagai madai hoite muni se papista, puruṣīra kito hoite muni se lagista. Thus he considers himself unqualified, lower than the worms in the stool, more sinful than Jagai Madai. A pure Vaishnava actually thinks himself in this way. Similarly, although Prahlāda Mahārāja was a pure, exalted Vaishnava, he thought himself most unqualified to offer prayer to the Supreme Lord. Mahajana Jana Gatasa Pantha. Every pure Vaishnava should think like this. One should not falsely proud of his Vaishnava qualification. The Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore instructed us. Tinadapi suni sena tororo pisai suna amani na manadena kirtaniya sadahari. One should chant the holy name of the Lord in a humble state of mind, thinking oneself lower than a straw in the street. One should be more tolerant than a tree, devoid of all sense of false prestige. Should be ready to offer all respect to others. In such a state of mind, one can chant the holy name of the Lord constantly. Unless one is meek and humble, to make progress in spiritual life is very difficult. This is the first lesson. Actually, first lesson is constant chanting. So you are chanting constantly. So then he got despite all this adversity, all the persecution, he never lose the chanting of the holy name of Kṛṣṇa. Second lesson is humility. Humility impresses the Lord. It helps us to progress in spiritual life. It enables us to inherit the kingdom of Godhead by exemplary action. Prahlāda Mahārāja is showing, demonstrating the mood of humility. This is the first lessons. There are beautiful lessons from the Prahlāda Mahārāja. The second lesson is that he very nicely, Prahlāda Mahārāja praying that Manya Dhanavanjana Rupa Tapa Sutagya Teja Prabhava Bala Puruṣa Buddhi Yogaha Bhaktat Utasya Bhagavana Gajajuttapaya. The second lesson we should learn that to satisfy the Lord, there no material qualification will satisfy the Lord. To please the Lord, we do not need to endow with material qualification. Lord is pleased with the bhakti. Bhaktat Utasya Gajendra. Gajendra has no qualifications, but he could manage to please the Lord, and Lord appeared and rescued him and bring him back to Godhead. So Prahlāda Mahārāja saying one may possess wealth and aristocratic family, beauty, austerity, education, sensory expertise, luster, influence, physical strength, diligence, intelligence, mystic yogic power. But I think even by all this qualification, one cannot satisfy the Supreme Personality of Godhead. However, one can satisfy the Lord simply by devotional service. Gajendra did this, thus the Lord was satisfied. So Gajendra, when he was entrapped by the crocodile, the screaming crocodile, and he could not get any other way to relieve, he prayed to the Lord. He offered prayers to the Lord. Madri prapanna pasupasa vimakkanaya muktaya bhuri karunaya namal. Beautiful prayer in Canto chapter 8, chapter 3, Gajendra prayers. So Lord is very pleased with this devotional prayer, devotional service. Actually, in previous birth, he was a king Indradumna. He was caused by the Rishikal Agastya. Actually, he did not have any fault. He was meditating. He left everything, all the kingdom. He renounced, and he was taking shelter of a cottage. He was meditating on the Lord. When Agastya Muni came, he did not see the Lord. He see the Rishi, sage is coming. So sage cursed him. You are like a doll, like a elephant. You do not know how to receive the sage. So therefore you become elephant. Despite the curse, he was not complaining the Lord. Oh my Lord, I am meditating on you, so I could not see the sage coming, approaching. No. Tattenukam pasu sumikha manaha. He tolerated this. That is the good qualities of a devotee. So therefore, in the next life, he became Gajendra. He remembered his prayer. He prayed to the Lord. Lord came. So here, Prahlāda Mahārāja is indicating, is giving an example how the Gajendra appease you, satisfy you by devotional service. So you are only satisfied devotional service, no material qualification. Gajendra has no qualification as such. Bhaktānāṁ abhijananti javanjacha sami. Unless Lord is pleased by the service of a devotee, Lord doesn't reveal. Nam prakasa sarveṣāṁ yogam maya. Then he is telling very important verses. He told that if a Brahmana has all 12 Brahminical qualifications, they are stated in a book called Sanasujata, but is not a devotee, is averse to the lotus feet of the Lord. He is certainly lower than a devotee who is dog eater. Devotee who is a dog eater, who has dedicated everything, mind, words, activities, wealth, and life to the Supreme Lord. Such a devotee is better than such a Brahmana, because devotee can purify his whole family, but a so-called Brahmana in a position of false prestige cannot purify himself. This is a very important statement. So distinction between devotee and Brahmanas. Even a devotee from a dog-eater family, he is more exalted than a Brahmana who is having 12 kind of 12 kind of qualities. Therefore, it is said that Bhagavat Bhaktihinasya Jati Shastra Japastapa. You born in a very big nation, American, and Donald Trump. Shastram, you have good Vedic knowledge, Japa, you are good in all japa, chanting, mantra and all. Tapa, austerity. All these things without Bhagavat Bhakti, devoid of bhakti, it's like a pranasya dehasya, mandanam lokam ranjanam. Just to get some apple out from ordinary people. All so-called great nation, Vedic studies, these japas, chanting, mantras, and all the austerities, just like without bhakti, just like getting some apple out. It's like a pranasya deha is lifeless, dead, useless. Therefore, a devotee is more exalted. He not only purify himself, but also he can deliver his whole family. Whereas Brahmana, all the 12 qualification it is stated, all the 12 qualification is given here, that with all the 12 qualification like Jnanam cha, Satyam cha, Dama, Srutam cha, Amrat Sarenam, Titikha Anusayasya, Jagya, Danam, Nirta, Samascha, Mahavrata, Dāsa, Brahmanasya. So all kind of 12 qualities will not help us, will not purify us. Therefore, devotees are exalted. So this is the second lesson, third lesson. Then another lesson is very nice lesson where Prahlāda Mahārāja is saying that naivatmanah prabhur ayam nijalav punna. That means the devotional service to the Lord is not the benefit of the devotee. And sometimes people say, I will try to come to temple. What try to come to temple? This is your benefit. God doesn't need anything. You need God. God doesn't need us. You are coming to temple not for the benefit of God, because you are coming to temple for your benefit. It is stated, therefore, in this verse, it is stated that the Supreme Lord, Supreme Personality of God is always fully satisfied in himself. Therefore, when something offered to him, it is the offering by the Lord's mercy is for the benefit of devotee, for the Lord does not need service from anyone. Lord doesn't need anything. He is complete. He is Punna Om, Punna Madam, Punna Medam. He is Swarat. He is Atmaram. He is completely self-satisfied. He does not need us. We need him. We can purify our existence by approaching him. So this is for our benefit. Therefore, we are doing sarvanam, kirtanam, hearing, chanting, coming to temple, deity worship. This is for our benefit. The Lord is always glorified. Whether we glorify him, we do not glorify him. Just like I am now glorifying the Lord, or some hearing about the glories of the Lord. Whether we hear or glorify the Lord, Lord is always glorified. He doesn't need our glorification. This is our benefit, a glorification. Sanvantam Sokatha Kṛṣṇa Punya Sarvana. By surrendering to him, Sarva Dharman Parityāja Māmekam Saranam Vaja, Tvam Sarva Papebhyo Mukhyasami. He will give us liberation from this material existence. That is our benefit. Therefore, Prabhupada is writing the last line, that that conclusion is that in conclusion, the more we engage in Krishna consciousness and render service unto the Lord, the more we benefit. Krishna does not need service from any of us. Krishna does not need service from any of us. This is for our benefit. This is for our benefit. So this is the lesson, that this devotional service is for our benefit, not that Lord is benefited. No. I become member, we approach to you, why don't you become a member? Oh, I will try, I will consider, it is a commitment, this, that. What commitment? Everything belongs to Krishna. You just settle here, you are capturing, you are a thief, you are taking, you are stealing the God's money and you are not giving back. We are settling. It's not like that if you become a member and God is hungry, we can offer prasadam. No, we offer flower, tulasi. God is always Satasahasra Lakshmi Sambrahma Sebhyamanam. Lord's thousands of Lakshmi, the goddess of fortune, is worshipping Lord. He does not need our service. This is our benefit. He will be obliged to get us back to Godhead. Even little service we do. Solpamapi asya dharmasya trayate mahat-bhaktās. So, and this next lesson we should learn, very important lesson. So, Prahlāda Mahārāja is saying that I am not fearful. Naham bhibhemi. He said that, my Lord, who are never conquered by anyone, I am certainly not afraid of your ferocious mouth tongue, your eyes bright like sun, your frowning eyebrow. I do not fear your sharp pinching teeth, your garland, your intestine, your mane soaked with blood, your high wedged like ears. Nor do I fear your tumultuous roaring, which makes elephant flee to distant place. Your nails were meant to kill your enemy. So Lord Nrsimhadev, very fierce appearance, very fearful. Out of all incarnations, this incarnation is most fearful incarnation, most dangerous for non-devotee. But for Prahlāda Mahārāja, such a fearful appearance was not at all disturbing. How? Prabhupada is giving example. Lion is very fearsome for other animal, but its cubs are not at all afraid of the Lord. The water of the sea is certainly dreadful for all living entity on the land. But within the sea, even the small fish is unafraid. Why? Because the small fish has taken shelter of big ocean. It is said that the great elephant are taken away by flowing water of the river. The small fish swim opposite the current. Therefore, although the Lord sometimes assume a fierce appearance to kill Duskrita, devotee worship him. Kesavadita Narahari Rupa Jaya Jagadisa. Devotee take pleasure in worshipping the Lord, glorifying the Lord in any form, either it's pleasing form like Kṛṣṇa with flute, or the fearful like Gajantam, very, what do you say, very fearful form. So devotee take pleasure. So that is the lesson, that that how difference between a any of the form the devotee take pleasure, but non-devotee it is fearful. And one more lesson here also in the next chapter. He told, although I am not afraid of your fearful form, because devotee always takes shelter, just like a corpse and a fish. But, O most powerful, insurmountable Lord, who are kind of the fallen soul, I have been put into the association of demons as a result of my activities. Therefore, I am very much afraid of my conditioned life within this material world. When will that moment come when you will call me to take shelter, to the shelter of your lotus feet, which are ultimate goal of liberation from conditional life? So, being the material world is miserable and fearful also. So, therefore, one should be very afraid of this material world. Therefore, it is said that somebody was very nicely preaching that that we are not so much fearful of this Maya. This is a neophyte consciousness. They are thinking, oh, I am already initiated, I am chanting, not fearful. Prabhupada says that Maya is very, very strong. Dhaveisa gunamaya mamamaya duratai, insurmountable. Here also Prahlāda Mahārāja says, your Maya is insurmountable, I am afraid. I am afraid of this. So devotees should always be afraid of Maya. More we afraid of Maya, more we take shelter of the Supreme Lord and call out, my Lord, Ainanda tanuja kinkaram patitama visame bhavam vado kurpaya tava pada pankaja sthita duri sadistram. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Somehow or other I have fallen into this Maya. Repetition of birth and death. Please pick me up. So therefore, a devotee should always be afraid. There is a beautiful analogy in this time. The Kansa killed the sixth child of Devaki. And in this verse, in the purport, Prabhupada is very nicely explaining that that a pure, symbolically, Mother Devaki constant fear of Kansa was purifying her. More you purify, Kansa is representation of the Maya or material association. Same thing Prahlāda Mahārāja telling, I am Asuric association. Somehow due to my previous karma, I am now in an association of Asuric. Association is very important. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu say, Asatsanga tyaga Vaishnava achara. The first and foremost conduct of Vaishnava is character that you should give up the association of Asatsanga, non-devotee, and those who are Śrīsangi. Who are Asas, Śrīsangi are Kṛṣṇa bhakta. Those who are non-devotee, those who are so much attached to women and or sense gratification. Therefore, here it is very nicely symbolically Mother Devaki constant fear of Kansa was purifying her. A pure devotee should always fear of material association. In this way, all asuras of material association will be killed. As Sadgarva Asura were killed by Kansa, it is said that from the mind of Marichi appears. In other words, Marichi is an incarnation of the mind. Marichi is six son, Kama, Krodha, Lobha, Maya, Mada, Maschara. Lost anger, greed, illusion, madness, and envy. The Supreme Personality God appears in the pure devotional service. So here, very important things that one should be, one should always fear, so that we can purify. Always fear of the conditional life, fear of material association, fear of Maya, conditioning. So this is the beautiful lessons. Then now we can go to the next verse. Very nice, nice lesson. He told, O great one, O Supreme Lord, because of combination with pleasing and displeasing circumstances, because of separation from them, one is placed in a most regrettable position on heavenly or hellish planet, as if burning in a fire of lamentation. Although there are many remedies which to get out of miserable life, any such remedies in the material world are miserable than miseries themselves. Therefore, I think that only remedy is to engage in your service. Kindly instruct me in such a service. He is telling that the remedy to because we have been put in a very miserable condition due to our karmic activities, karmic reaction. So now, to remedy to get out from this material conditioning, any kind of remedy to get out from the material conditioning is more miserable than misery itself. Only remedy is to engage in yourself. Bhavasudau sata manavirama. The beautiful verses Parikshit Maharaj say that the medicine is that to engage in the service of the Lord, starting from hearing the glories of the Lord. Nirvitata se rupagiyamanan bhavasudau mano sutavirama sauttam sloki gunanubhaga vinapasudhana. So he says that, so that only medicine, only remedy is that to get out from this obnoxious material conditioning is to engage in the devotional service of the Lord. Sarvadharman parityajam mam ekam saranam. Otherwise, the all so-called remedy is itself is more miserable. Just like, just like we're trying to create medicine, more and more trying to create medicine to cure more and more diseases are coming. We are entangled in its complexity. More you become sophisticated, more entangled in its complexity. The real thing is to get out from this. You cannot counteract a bad dream with a good dream. We can counteract a bad dream with when you wake up. That means when you become Kṛṣṇa consciousness. That is stated in beautiful verses 429, 32 by Narad Muni. Same thing actually. So Prahlāda Mahārāja teaching us that real remedy to engage in the service of the Lord. So therefore the duty of the devotee to engage in the devotional service of the Lord. O my Lord, Narsindev, by engaging your transcendental loving service in the association of devotee or liberated soul, I shall become completely uncontaminated, the association of three modes of material nature. Able to chant the glories of your Lordship, who are so dear to me. I shall chant your glories following exactly in the footsteps of Lord Brahma and his disciplic succession. In this way, I shall undoubtedly be able to cross the ocean of nescience. So he is telling no remedy. Only remedy is to, this is the devotee's life and duty. Devotee's life is to glorify the Lord. Savanam Kirtanam Vishnu. So one should chant the bona fide song received from the disciplic succession in the Bhagavad Gita. He says that Evam Parampara Pata Imam Rajvasya. We should, in association of devotees from a disciplic succession. That will never, otherwise, if you can manufacture more, all kind of chanting will not be effective. So therefore, Mahajana Jana Gyatasa Pantha, we should follow the Acharya, we should follow the footstep of Prahlāda Mahārāja. He is telling we should Tadera Charana Sevi Bhakta Sane Bas. We should, in association of the devotees, we should do our duties. We should execute devotional service and get out from this ocean of nescience. Balasya neha saranam pitru nasima. Otherwise, there is no other remedy. My Lord Narasimha, because of bodily consciousness of life, embodied soul neglected and not cared for by, you cannot do anything for their betterment. Whatever remedy they accept, although perhaps temporarily beneficial, are certainly impermanent. For example, a father, mother cannot protect their child. A physician and medicine cannot relieve the suffering of patient. A boat on the ocean cannot protect drowning. Exactly same thing. There is no remedy. Maybe some kind of remedy like medicine. So many medicine to mitigate our miseries, our disease. But no medicine can make us deathless. Protect us. Only by taking self. Balasya neha pitaro narsinga. Only by taking shelter of the Supreme Lord, one can get out from this obnoxious material existence. Otherwise, one cannot surpass the birth, death, disease. Neither by example is given, so many parents they are taking care of, but still child falls sick. So many doctor trying to save a patient, but doctor cannot. He is dying. So this is the thing. So therefore, one should take shelter of the Lord to get out from this thing. Then a very beautiful lesson Yesterday I posted this one, that my dear Lord, people in general want to be elevated to higher planetary system for long duration of life, opulence, enjoyment. But I have seen all of these things. I have seen all of this through the activity of my father. When my father was angry, he laughed sarcastically at the demigod. They were immediately vanquished simply by seeing the movement of his eyebrow. Yet my father, who was so powerful, has now been vanquished by you within a moment. So this is very important. The so-called sophisticated environment, gorgeous arrangement by our political maneuvering, by economic development, we are thinking, I am great man, I'm great nation America, I'm great man Donald Trump, I'm great leader, I'm an icon, I'm a hero, I'm a great rich man Elon Musk, Ambani. But nobody can compare to Hiranyakasipu. Hiranyakasipu is the champion of all material achievement. Champion of material achievement. Hiranya means gold, Kasipu means bad. He has immense wealth, immense power. He was even making the demigods to afraid, the powerful demigod. But that champion of material achievement, he was vanquished within a moment. Hiranyakasipu, sorry, Nrsimhadev come. He just muscle him, they cross him, just like you are crossing a wasp. Zavakara kamala bare nakam adbhuta sringam dalita hiranyakasipu. You just cross on the fingernails, just like we cross the wasp, like crossing a wasp. Within a moment, he was vanquished. What to speak about all this political leader? We have seen in the history also, Prabhupada is saying that we have seen, we have understand from the history, like military commander Napoleon, Hitler, Subhash Bose, Gandhi, their lives were finished, their popularity, influence, everything else were finished also. So all our body, our material achievement, everything finished in due course of time. Nothing is going to stay. So therefore, the so-called influence, longevity has no value. People do not know. They are after this role model. I want to be a hero like Shahrukh Khan. I want to be rich like Ambani, Elon Musk. I want to be like Donald Trump, Modi, Gandhi. They do not know this. This is all temporary. Rather, we should however sophisticated environment, gorgeous arrangement you create by your political maneuvering, by your gorgeous arrangement, one cannot surpass the death. It's a matter of time. Everything will be finished. Everything will be gone into oblivion. Everything will be forgotten. Therefore, one should not waste time. Rather, one want to be protected from this onslaught of death, repetition of death. One should take shelter of the Lord. Sarva-dharman parityajam mam ekam saranam. Lord is inviting everybody, convincing, please surrender unto me. I will deliver you. Do not be so mad after all these things, icons, heroes. They are actually zeros. Next verse is very, this is the very important lessons, Therefore, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, when there was a conversation with Ramananda Rai, he told, who is more glorious? He told, devotees are more glorious because their asset is eternal wealth, eternal influence, eternal power, eternal everything. They are permanent things. Devotees, therefore, is most glorious. There are 8, 2, 4, 6 verse. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is, Ramananda is telling Prabhupada, yes, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu agreed to that. Devotees are the more glorious. Then the next lesson, very nice. My dear Lord, now I have complete experience concerning to worldly opulence, mystic power, longevity, other material pleasure enjoyed by all living entities. From Lord Brahma down to the end, and as powerful time, you destroy them all. Kṛṣṇa is a time factor. Kṛṣṇa saying Bhagavad Gita, Kalosmi, I am the time. That Murtu Sarvara Sachaham. I am death personified. I do not wish to possess them. My dear Lord, I request you to place me in touch with your pure devotee. Let me serve him as a sincere servant. This is very, very important verses. So, Here the devotee should aspire the association of a pure devotee. Without association of pure devotee, nobody can get out. Narottam Das Thakur say that Vaishnava Seva Chadiya Nistara Paicha Kabe. Without association with devotee, without serve him, he tell, let me serve him as a sincere servant. Without service to devotees, pure devotee, senior devotee, one cannot get out. No way. No way to get out. So this is a very important lessons. Then next verse is he's saying 7:9:25. It's continuing that in the material world, every living entity desires some future happiness, which is exactly like mirage in the desert. Where is the water in the desert? Or in other words, where is happiness in the material world? As for this body, what is its value? It is merely a source of various diseases. A so-called philosopher, scientist, politician know this very well, but nonetheless they aspire for temporary happiness. Happiness is very difficult to obtain because they are unable to control their sense. They run after so-called happiness of the material world, never come to the right conclusion. So this is a very nice things. So everybody wants happiness, but they are in a wrong place. They are searching in a wrong place. Just like in a desert, you are searching for water. How can you get it? In a mirage. It's a mirage. So therefore, people do not know, they are run after. This bhairatmanina. They do not know. Nate viddu swata gatini Vishnu grasaya bhairatmanina. They are going, they are attracted, captivated by this glamour, external glamour. They know happiness. Kṛṣṇa say, in beginning it is like a nectar, but in the end it's poison. This is Maya's trick. It's a bait. So the happiness is not there. So simply they are running after the happiness. So there are so many verses in this regard also. So then next one is very important, compassion. Next lesson is compassion. Compassion, he is telling that the three verses very nice. My dear Lord, you are always transcendently situated on other side of the river of death. But because of the reaction of our own activity, we are suffering on this side. Indeed, we have fallen into river and are repeatedly suffering pains of birth and death, eating horrible things. Now kindly look upon us, not only upon me, but also upon all others who are suffering, and your causeless mercy, compassion, deliver us and maintain us. So he is not asking the deliverance of himself. He told that we are on this side, repetition of birth, anxiety, kuntha, vaikuntha. Here this full of kuntha, repeated birth and death. Martya lok. You are in vaikuntha lok. So we are in this side of this repetition of birth, death. And therefore, not only me, you deliver everyone. That is compassion. Paropakara. Not the selfishness, oh, you deliver me. It's selfless. And it is further further Prahlāda Mahārāja demonstrate how one can become passion, selfless. Naivadijya paradurataaya vaitaranya tadvirya gayanam hamrutamagmachita. Sochitata vimukha chetasa indriyatma maya sukhaya bharam udbhat. Maya sukhaya bharam udbhat vimudhan. So Prahlāda Mahārāja here demonstrating this compassion. He is saying, oh, best of great personality, I am not at all afraid of material existence. For whatever I stay, I am fully absorbed in thought of your glories and activity. My concern is only for the fools and rascals who are making elaborate plans for material happiness. In maintaining their family, society, country, I am simply concerned with love. As he told in previous verse, the happiness is like a desert, mirage in the desert. They know water. They know happiness here. What kind of happiness here? No happiness in the so-called happiness is temporary also. So therefore, I do not want to go myself. I am okay in the material world. I can glorify, I will be absorbed in your glories, so I will not be suffered from material misery because I will be absorbed. Anybody who is absorbed in the Kṛṣṇa Katha, he is not suffering. But I am thinking of the fools and rascal who is making elaborate plan for material happiness. This Maya Sukha, this real Sukha, is temporary. Maintaining their families, country, etc. I am simply concerned. His love for them. So Vaishnava means paropakar, always concerned about others. That is the Vaishnava quality. Therefore, Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, Srila Prabhupada, their mood is always there. Today I posted that Kirtana means to dissipate the misconception. Kirtan does not mean that no, you go back, retire from the life, go back to cave, go back to forest and do your sadhana yourself. No, you have to go to a place where people are so much contaminated, conditioned, and you destroy their misconception. You make them understand their misconception. Everything belongs to God. Do not try to be happy. Do not enjoy the kingdom of God without God. Everything should be meant for the service of the Lord. So, to dissipate the misconception, to dispel the misconception, that is real Kirtan. Srila Prabhupada in Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati, their mood is different. They were not retired to a cage, to a temple, to something. They were attacking the Maya. They are declaring the totalitarian war on Maya, on these misconceptions. That is real Kirtan. So here Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu also, Jare dekha tare kahas Kṛṣṇa. Maya Murgam. What is that verse? Maya Murgam Ipsitam Anudhavat. Maya Murgam. Everybody Maya Murgam. Maya Murgam means anybody who is under the spell of Maya, they are called Maya Murgam. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Nityananda Prabhu is running after them. They are running after Maya, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu running after them to rescue them. That is Mahaprabhu's. Surefsita Rajalakshmi. Taktya Surefsita Rajalakshmi. He gave up everything, took sannyas. Manda daya, to show the causeless mercy. And so. So this is the same example of Prahlāda Mahārāja, compassion, extreme compassion. So next verses also he say that prayena deva munaya sumimukti kama maunam charanti vijane, same thing. Pararthanishta naitam vihaya kirpana vimukha sayeka nanyam tadasya saranam brahmatta anupasya. So here very nicely, nice lesson. Compassion. A devotee means preaching. Jare dekha tare kaha Kṛṣṇa upadesh. My dear Lord Nrsimhadev, he should go to door, like a soldier, go to door and attack the Maya. Therefore, devotee means you should go door to door, attack the Maya. Maya means misconceptions. I am the Lord, whatever I survey. I am the master. No. Our constitutional position is service to the Lord. So therefore, Lord Nrsimhadev, therefore our Prahlāda Mahārāja is showing the greatest role model of a pure devotion, a pure devotee, real Vaishnavas. My dear Lord Nrsimhadev, I see that there are many saintly persons, indeed they are interested only in their own deliverance, not caring for the big cities and towns. They go to the Himalayas or the forest to meditate with vows of silence, monobhat. They are not interested in delivering others. As for me, however, I do not wish to be liberated alone, leaving aside those poor fools and rascals. I know that without Kṛṣṇa consciousness, without taking shelter of a lotus feet, one cannot be happy. Therefore, I wish to bring them back to shelter of a lotus. This is a beautiful example. What a selflessness, epitome of selflessness, epitome of compassion, Prahlāda Mahārāja. He is rejected. He refused to go back to Godhead. No, I will take them back. Along with them, I will go. I do not want to go. There may be people, they want to be, they are interested, but I am not. There are two kinds of Goshti Anandi, Bhajana Anandi. Bhajana Anandi interested, they do not go anywhere, they stay in the temple and they do their sadhana, temple or in a mosque. But the Goshtanandi means they increase the Goshti groups. They go and preach, want to deliver everyone. Tare dekha tare kaha Kṛṣṇa upadesh. Amara ajñane tana guru tana hoye. Jare dekha tare kaha Kṛṣṇa. Manusya janma hoila jara janma sartharka kari karo puropakar. These are the uh, instruction of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. So this is a beautiful lesson, compassion. Another 2-3 lesson, the next canto 7, 10, 6 and 7, we will see a very important lesson. So, oh my Lord, I am your unmotivated servant. You are my eternal master. There is no need for our being anything other than master and servant. You are naturally my master. I am naturally your servant. We have no other relations. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Prahlāda Mahārāja telling, I am not, when he was offered for any benediction, Lord called Varodharas, means he was the best bestower of benediction. Kṛṣṇa is the best bestower. Nrsimhadev is the best bestower of benediction. But he was rejected. Prahlāda Mahārāja rejected. Oh, I am not doing devotional service for any kind of material benefit or any kind of profit. No. There is no transaction other than loving transaction. Then there is no other transaction. You are my master, I am your servant. My duty is to serve him. That is duty bound. There is no other cause for that. No purpose. No other reason for this. Therefore, he rejected. And not only that, he said very nicely, if you want to really give benediction, because you are called Bhadraj, bestower of all, bestower of best benediction, never mind, you want to give something. He told Kamam, Kamanam Hude Asmorhan Bhavatastu Binnevaram. He told, my Lord, best of the givers of benediction, if you at all want to bestow a desirable benediction upon me, then I pray from your Lordship that within the core of my heart there be no material desire. Nadhanam najanam sundarim kavitam bhajagadish kamay. Mama janmani janmani sare bhavatad bhakti. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu also prayed like this. No material desire. I am your servant, my duty is to serve. That's all. That is the pure devotion. Pure devotion. First class devotion. Anya vilasita sunyam. No vilasa. No material desire. Simply as a servant. Anukullena Kṛṣṇanusilanam bhaktiruttam. Favorably discharge devotional. So these are the lessons from Prahlāda Mahārāja in Canto 7, 9 and 10. The teaching is 7, 6 and 7, 7. But lessons from Prahlāda Mahārāja exemplary, own exemplary act is from the Canto 7, Chapter 9 and Chapter 10. And Nrsimhadev himself said that those who follow your example will naturally become my pure devotee. You are the best example of my devotee. Others should follow you in your footsteps. Very, very important. So one should follow the Mahajana Janagata Sapantha. So one should essentially follow footsteps of Prahlāda Mahārāja. Then one can attract the mercy of the Nrsimhadev and make our purpose of human life perfect by attaining the devotional service to him. So let us on this auspicious day always remember, chant, glorify, hear, remember the lessons of Prahlāda Mahārāja and practice in our life for our ultimate benefit. Jai Prahlāda Mahārāja ki jai, Nrsimhadev Bhagavan ki jai, Śrīmad Bhāgavatam ki jai, Ekadasi Mahabhakta ki jai, Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Bol. Jai Śrīla Prabhupada.